Okay, so this is my Genius Hour presentation. Um, I just chose 12 valve and 24 valve Cummins, just talk about them, like which is better and stuff. So the 12 valve Cummins, as you see, it comes in a pickup, but you got some people that do crazy things like that. So if you want a truck that's capable of 1,000 miles, the 12 valve is good for that. It's good for an everyday truck, like on the road and stuff. And if you want to do some modifications, they're really easy to do that on. The 12 valve engine is more reliable um, except for this little pin that's right underneath of this thing here. Oh, I just clicked on that. This is a different thing though. There's a little pin underneath of that. If you don't have this little cover holding that on, the little pin after a while it can vibrate out of that spot where it is and go into these gears right here and break them and break right here around here. The little pin is there for alignment of the motor at the beginning of production in the factory. And this helps to keep it in there. And see, this is the damage it can cause from breaking out from up here. So, like I said already, the killer down pin is passed into the front of the engine, or put into the front of the engine to help with the alignment of the front timing cover during the assembly. 24 valve Cummins, it's good for pulling, like hauling and stuff, and it's used for a lot of sled pulling, if you know what that is. You hook a big sled and put weight in it and then pull it, see how far you can go. And it's really good for pulling, like I said. It's good for an everyday driver. Just have it. If you want more power, there's a little thing underneath the dash. Plug in a tuner, you can crank up your fuel consumption into the motor, and it can increase your power. Your biggest problem with this engine is your old 53 block. Right down here is where your numbers will be located. The 53 block is known for braking, like right along, and that's where it's located, like right along in this area here. It's known for braking and crashing. Like here, it breaks, and then your oil and your coolant and stuff leaks out and corrodes the whole thing. And then you can fix it. It's not really recommended though. This isn't very good. And then my link for my video, I think. Oh, I have to exit this right. F17.
Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help. This sentence is grammatically correct.
Cummins is one of the best known diesel. Unfortunately, every engine does have its flaws, and the 12 valve and 24 valve are no exception to this rule. The biggest problem on the 12 valve is known as the killer dowel pin. Now, this is a small pin pressed into the front of the engine during assembly to help align the front timing cover. Over time, this pin can become dislodged from engine vibrations, and if it does, it can drop down into the timing gears and completely blow up the whole timing system. Now, if you get lucky, the pin won't actually end up hitting the gears, but it will end up popping out over time. Just something to look for on 12 valve engines. Dodge later revised this issue with the 5.9. For the 24 valve, the biggest problem is the number 53 block. This affects approximately 100,000 units, which were cast with slightly thinner jacket balls, which can lead to cracking right below the freeze plugs later down the line. These blocks are easily identifiable by the large 53 printed on the side of the block near the front. He said these blocks are not guaranteed to crack, but it was a big enough problem that Dodge ended up replacing a lot of these blocks under warranty. Both of these engines have massive potential, whether you want to do drag racing, sled pulling, towing, or just daily driving. Especially if you were to add a larger turbocharger, these engines can produce huge amounts of power, huge amounts of torque, very reliably. Deciding which one is better really depends on what you value most. If you want a super reliable million-mile P-pump that's never going to break on you with that mechanical injection system, then the earlier 12-valve engine is probably the better way to go. But if you want the ease of just a nice, easy daily driver that you can stick a tuner into and just go, the 24-valve might be the better engine for you. Now, for those who want to go really fast and make huge power, the 12-valve is probably the better engine. The 24-valve might not be as reliable as the 12-valve, but it's still a very reliable engine and will last you a long time. Other than what we've discussed, that's pretty much all the main differences between the 12-valve and the 24-valve. I want to know down in the comments what you guys think. Do you think the 12-valve is better or the 24-valve? Let me know.
So what he was talking about, the pump, it's the fuel pump for that 12-valve motor. Is, as it said, the mechanical injection. All you have to do is turn it up and create more power.